What's going on, guys? Back with another video. Wanted to bring you guys something a little bit different. This was a Halls of Valor 12 that we did the other night, playing on the Elemental Shaman. Just kind of going through and really trying to push these keys. So while I was here, I was like, man, I might as well just go ahead and record and see what we can get out of it. But this keeper's pretty fun. I can't lie. I got a lot of work to do when it comes to doing higher keys and being more optimal. As you can see, Halls of Valor is pretty easy. I had to speed it up a little bit because, listen, it was a long run. You'll see why as we go through the video, but the run was pretty long. Group pulls, my damage was pretty good. I think Ellie brings a lot to the table when it comes to Mythic Plus. It is a little underwhelming sometimes outside of cooldowns like your Stormkeeper and your Magma Totem spreading your Flame Shocks. But usually when you have those two things up, you usually don't really have too much of a problem putting out the damage. But here we're attacking the Drake. Drake is the target, and trying to make sure we don't stand in breath or anything. The biggest thing with these was Thundering, and I think Thundering is a pretty good fix, honestly, with the damage increase that you get. But if you run with a comp that is, they're just afraid of it and they clear your buff too quick, you don't get the most out of it. So you kind of just, I feel like Thundering is one of those things that you want to run with a competent group that is going to help you get the most out of Thundering. And then you can make the most out of it and get that damage out. All right, so we got the first boss real quick. Heimdall. Heimdall's pretty simple. He throws out a sword, and yeah, you get out of the way of it. As you can see, the swirl on the ground right under my feet is a sword that spins, and now he's hit his Horn of Valor, and he's summoning Storm Drakes. Now, all these Drakes do, they come across a platform. As you can see them lining up, they blow lightning, and they have lightning orbs. The tank could just kite them out, and you just move out of the way. Pretty simple. But like I said, my Ellie Shami play is a little rusty. Just the fact of I hadn't really been playing much these past couple of weeks. I've kind of just been pretty much existing. Been playing here and there, playing a little bit of everything. But here we go. We just got the Thundering to fix and just cleared it real quick. Going back through, just same thing, rinse, repeat. Halls of Valor has always been pretty easy, just as long as you make sure you get the priority ads. And y'all can see I almost bit the big one. That probably would have killed me or got me pretty low and put stress on my healer. And I'm over there standing again and stuff. All right. The one thing that I could say I don't like about Ellie, that I can remember from Shadowlands is that I feel like our Lava Burst procs were a little bit better. But, I wouldn't have to worry about having to cast so much. But it went pretty smooth. I was ended up being top damage on that fight, so that's fine. All right, so we're going back through to this pull right here. The Mystics are the main target. You wanna get those gone. They end up putting a buff down, a rune of healing. Want to make sure you get the ads out of the rune, so targets don't heal up. And it's pretty rinse repeat all the way up the stairs. Comment below if these videos are something that y'all would want to see or hear more of, post commentary, maybe even some different classes as well. More and more that I keep dabbling into WoW, I feel like I want to do more post commentary work, and it's probably going to be a little bit easier if I do this PvP. As you can see here, we just died to the Sentinel. Well, one of our guys died to the Sentinel. We ended up standing in the frontal, and he got one shot by it. That crackle does hurt, so we got to be mindful of that. So we're still just pushing here. As you can see, my damage is pretty, it feels pretty poop at times. It just feels like it's never enough, like if procs don't line up and things like that. But we're still pushing, getting them gone, and finally got her down. So moving up the steps. Once again, we got Mystics here and a Rune Carver. The Rune Carvers are our priority as well too. You want to make sure that you're kicking those whenever you're going in. I mean, with all the kicks we have with two rogues, the tank that can kick, we all have kicks, so it shouldn't really be too much of a problem. Now, I like these group stacks because I can actually burst. I can drop my my Liquid Magma Totem, Stormkeeper, And then we got a good proc here with Ascendance. So that definitely helped us. As you can see, the damage we hit around like 85k. We were able to burst the group down. Etch hurts. Kick Etch. That is like #1 priority from the rune carvers. If Etch casts too long, especially in even higher keys, you will die. It's terrible. Yeah, we pretty much rinse repeat. We're going through the Shield Maidens. Pretty easy. Like I said, after a while, when there's not anything to cast, like when Lava Burst doesn't proc and things like that, we're kind of just there spamming Lightning Bolt, and it never feels good. But luckily, Lightning Bolt isn't what it used to be, because it used to be terrible. I think this is where we wipe. I think the tank ends up pulling a group that we didn't need to pull as early, and we end up wiping what we're going to see. I could have done a lot better when it came to prioritizing ads, because I was on the Shield Maiden. I should have been on the Mystic, but it's okay. We got him clear. Going through. Rogue is crazy. Outlaw is a little nuts when it comes to AoE damage. I might need to go ahead and gear mine up. Maybe have some different varieties. I can't speak today. Different varieties for keys, depending on the week. But Ellie Shaman is just definitely really, really fun. All right, so we're going here. Stormkeeper will be back up in 6 seconds. Hopefully, if we haven't cleared this, I pop Stormkeeper. I can't remember as much of what we did. I'm kind of just flailing around. It seems like yeah, so I don't know what happened there or why I was just flailing around. And I think this is where we completely wipe. If I remember right, we ended up pulling too much, and there was just a lot of things going on in this room. And you really don't have a lot of room at all to really just move around and maneuver. Especially you can see me back into a corner as I use my Stormkeeper there. And then we're just moving along. So we got to make sure we keep those ads out of the ruin. And it seems like we're doing okay. Both of the rogues are getting popped right now. So move out of that. Sure, we're stunning, so I don't want to be clear just yet. I want to make sure that I get the damage. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure this is where we wiped. There was just too much going on. We're taking a lot of damage. And yeah, we went ahead and wiped. Yeah, and I even told him in chat, I was like, yo, go ahead and wipe it up. So it's not too bad. So the first full group wipe. Going back in. I think the biggest thing with keys, just overall, I feel like every class is viable. Every class is viable when it comes to keys. Just really paying attention to things like kicks, stuns, just watching where you're positioning is at to get the most out of it. You see our Rogue just got popped again. Well, he ran it a little too quick, and he got popped. So luckily we just pulled this guy up by himself. We're going in. We're going to go ahead and get him down. Watch out for the crackle because she will die from it. And yeah, we just go ahead and slowly just mow this guy down. Like I said, damage feels good sometime. Make sure we purge that. Yep, I went ahead and dispelled that from him. But yeah, damage feels good sometimes for Ellie. And then sometimes it feels super lackluster. Because you're so dependent on having certain things up. And one of the talents for Ascendance that we take in our tree, that the 7% chance that it will proc, it's so hit and miss sometimes. Like sometimes we can really get it to proc. I think we've only had it proc like twice during this whole run so far. It's crazy that Ascendance is such a big cooldown. And if you take it and you talent into it, it's a 3-minute cooldown, and it only lasts for 15 seconds. So you don't really get a lot out of it. So that's why you go with the ladder of the chance for it to proc. But this feels outside of Ascendance. Ellie feels really, really mid, as we would say. Then we're going on up to the second boss. Second boss is pretty self-explanatory. you'll kill. Well, we'll talk about it more when we get to it. So here we go. We're killing the ads, get them all down. No Ascendant's proc yet, which sucks. Waiting on Flame Shock to come up. Got it. Lava Burst procs feel so good whenever they do proc, but when they don't, spamming my E key is it does not feel good. All right, so we got ads here, Flame Shock, and then we went ahead and Primordial Wave, so we're gonna get a good Lava Burst proc off of that, and then we'll go ahead and clear from there, and then we Stormkeeper it, clipping them down. And there we go. Pushing through, got negative charge on me again. Watch out for the slam, because that slam does hurt. I have to do a better job. I got to get Flame Shocked up a lot quicker than I do. I need to spread it. I need to have it on at least 2 targets just to get the most out of it, and to get the chance for Lava Surge to proc. So when I do have it off cooldown, I need to always be finding a target and keeping Lava Burst. And then we got a Ascendant's proc there, so I'm pretty sure that is our 3rd overall through the whole dungeon after the first boss. And I stood right in the blast. I was literally right on it, and I just couldn't. I don't know what I was thinking, but I died, get rezzed, and now we're gonna go ahead and sub everything for the second boss. So this was pretty easy. He puts a dome down on the ground and does Eye of the Storm. You want to make sure that you're in it. If you are not, you will die. It's just plain and simple. And then once we kill him, then we'll go ahead to the other side. Don't stand in those swirls because they hurt. All right, we're going to clear our Thunderer, and then go ahead and go to the other boss as well, kick Serial Light. And then he's going to do like this AoE light orb type ability. Sanctify. You want to make sure that you dodge those, and you'll be fine. Pretty easy. And of course, I say easy when I almost got hit by one trying to get that cast going. All right. So now the boss is actually coming down. So she's gonna jump down, and then you'll see how we handle going through this. So we'll go to one side. She basically just absorbs the ability on the side that she's on. So we're just gonna go in. She casts Eye of the Storm. You get in the dome. You can still DPS her in it, and it's not gonna affect you at all. So Eye of the Storm. Now she has an ability that will knock you back. Usually, it's called Shield of Light. It'll knock you back wherever you have your back to. So what you want to do, you want to have your back towards the other little mini boss that you kill, and it'll knock you straight to it. And then she'll make her way over to you. Get targeted by the AoE. Make sure you're not standing on your group, or it will cleave them. She does Sanctify, and basically pretty much rinse and repeat. Now she ends up gaining these stacks, and when she has X amount of stacks, you want to go ahead and just swap sides. So as I have this AoE on me now, I want to make sure I'm not in the group. And it's the same thing here. Go back to Eye of the Storm. I'm cutting it close. As you can see, I just took that big chunk of damage because I'm bad at the game. We're going through. Good. Gonna do the Shield of Light. Knock back over. We'll make our way over, and then she should die here. Should really have no problem here. All right. All right, boss is dead. And now we make our way back through the hallway to the next boss. This dungeon took a lot longer than I felt like it should have. I think partially on myself. I could have played a lot better. I don't want to blame my spec, but I know that there are better specs out there to play. But I've always enjoyed LA Shaman, so just wanted to get a key in on them, which is sad because I didn't do any other keys after this one for my week. I don't even think I have a vault set up. This is, we did this key last week. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything in my vault on this guy. But it was definitely fun. I need to definitely do more, especially if you guys enjoy the post commentary. I'll definitely make more videos. You guys can also let me know what class y'all would want to see, what class inspect y'all would want to see for keys, and I can kind of give my insight and post commentary on that as well, on my thought process and what I was thinking and what I wanted to do and things like that. So make sure we're not standing in blue. Blue hurts. We got a thundering charge. We're going to go in and clear our stack. And usually I know with thundering, you want to clear it around 4 to 5 seconds. Usually you can still get the most out of it. But you don't want to, you want to be flailing around trying to find someone to clear your charge with. Just depends on the group comp that you have. So we're going down to Fenrir, and every time I go through that portal, it always hurts my eyes and I feel sick. So I used to always close my eyes when I know I'm going through that portal. Kill the Storm Drake. Watch out for Crackling Storm. Go ahead and clear that. Get them on down. Comment below and let me know how you guys are feeling about Dragonflight still. We are, I don't know how many months in, but let me know how you feel about Dragonflight so far and what type of content you guys are doing in the game. Kill him. So making our way around. And I'm stuck because I'm bad at the game. All right. So we got Stonekeeper up. I got my Maelstrom up. So one thing I do enjoy about Ellie, honestly, the fantasy about Ellie really makes me like playing it. When you get those big beefy elemental blasts, man, it makes you feel so good. It makes you feel like everything is worth it. I've had elemental blasts upward of 200k, and when they hit, and it feels pretty good. And even when you get Lava Surge procs, it does pretty well. But I know one thing that I do need to tighten up on is keeping Flame Shock on as many targets as I can, so we can get more procs of Lava Burst, hence getting more damage out. So we definitely got to do better with that going forward. I probably can make a weak aura or something like that. That'll help with it. All right, so we're back up. We're going to Fenrir. We're here. I send this proc, Ravenous Leap. Just targets multiple targets. We're going to go here. And we're bursting them now. So the Unwavering Howl is one thing that as a caster you want to keep mind of, because if you're casting when the howl goes off, then of course it silences you. So we got to be mindful of that. And of course I'm terrible at that because I'm bad at the game, like I said. So we got some good lava burst off. He should transition, and there he goes. Going to his den. And on that pool, it was pretty decent. Got some decent procs on that. And now we're just going down. We're going to clear the wargs. Get on out of there. All right. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. I might have to start. I've done some testing with Enhance as well and really enjoyed playing Enhance. I've always loved Enhance. I've always loved Shaman in general. I wish there were some different things that they had in their toolkit to make them feel a little more viable when it came to certain things. But other than that, man, I've always loved Shaman as a whole. Especially with this Elemental Blast hits for 105k non-crit. Elemental Blast is just so satisfying alone. It'll just make you want to play Ellie Shaman and even Enhance as well. And I'm pretty sure their Elemental Blast don't get as beefy as Ellie, but it definitely feels good. All right, so now we're getting ready to pull the boss. He's licking his wounds, healing himself up, waiting on our tank to go ahead and make that pull. Go ahead and get Primordial Wave Flame Shock up. We're going to get 2 Lava Burst off of it. And of course, the Howl gets me again because I'm not paying attention. And we're going through. I have the Lava Burst. They were just waiting in the clip. And I did nothing to send this proc, number, 5? Going through. Center Blood. So when you get Center Blood, you got to make sure to run. Don't run into the other wolves because just pulling more than you need to is not a good thing. So, all right. So Son of Blood, you make sure you kite them, get back in a good position, and basically once again, your boy's terrible. Got kicked on the Howl again. And this fight is pretty recipe. You'll see the targets over your head when he does his ravenous leap. You just go ahead and get out of it, get out of the group, so it doesn't cleave everybody else down. But that bleed does do a lot of damage, so you want to make sure it kind of puts you on pretty much a clock. You want to make sure that you got that big boy DPS when you're coming to him. So we still got 11.5 minutes left. We still have 2 bosses to go, and we got some enemy forces to clear. And I don't know why I inspected this rogue. Oh, because I was trying to see his damage. Because I'm always trying to compare my damage to other specs and classes, which is probably a good and a bad thing. It kind of gives you just a marker of where you should be, but at the same time, if a class is performing better than you, it might not be the gear, it might be the spec, or it could be something, or you can use it as something to work towards getting better at. Now, I'm pretty sure on this pool we wipe. Well, but I'm pretty sure we wipe on this pool. So you want to get the Rune Carver. Pretty sure one of us died to this Rune Carver. And here I am. Okay, Flame Shock is up. So now we're on the Rune Carver, putting good damage onto him. We got the edge, we kicked it. All right, so that's 1 down. And it's actually refreshing to go back and see. I don't know why we pulled that. Oh yeah, we probably needed it. So it is a little bit refreshing to go back and see what I could have done a lot better. I could have honestly just been more reactive with a few things, and I probably could have taken a few different talents as well. I did take Cap Totem, but I could have taken Hex as well. But I feel like Hex is one of those abilities that you want to take in like a full 5-man stack. You'd hate to waste the Hex. You'd hate to CC a target and then the tank or someone else just pulls it anyway just because. So I think that's more of like a preference if you're running with a full group. Now, I know a wipe does come shortly. I don't know when, but it's coming. So we need 85% going up. That is the magic number before you go up to the top and get to the second and the last boss that you need. If anyone is still watching the video at this point, I do appreciate you guys a lot. If you're still watching, that means then, hey, something has piqued your interest to make it this far into the video. Hopefully it's me, hopefully it's the gameplay, hopefully it's the lack of gameplay because I'm terrible at the game. Whatever means that you're still here, appreciate you guys watching, and make sure to comment and subscribe. So basically it's just gonna be clearing this out. Nothing crazy to do. Just got to clear this out so we can go ahead and get to God King Skovald and get him out of the way. Ellie damage is so hit and miss sometimes. Like sometimes it just pops off just exactly when you need it, and then other times it doesn't. I feel like Ellie does need maybe a slight rework, maybe on some more of its burst cooldowns, like Ascendance. Maybe they should make it like 2.5 minutes. But that 3 minutes is pretty rough when you have classes like Pally that their wings are 2 minutes. Recklessness is 2 minutes for warriors, and then you can also talent to reduce the cost of it as well per rage being used. A lot of these classes I feel like they have great 2-minute cooldowns, and then Shaman has we have Stormkeeper at 1.5 minutes if I remember right. So this is where we get a little bit of damage out just from having 2 targets, and I primordial wave to one and flame shock the other. So we got a good bit of a burst with lava burst going on. So this is what I have to do. Got to do better, get my flame shocks up, which I did just now, which is good. The honored ancestors, so you can either kill those, slow them, stun them, whatever you need to. You don't necessarily have to kill them if you know that your group can put out enough damage to. And as you can see, I dropped the Cap Totem on top of him as well, and he is slowed from my totem as well. So don't really have to ever kill those guys. You could always just the tank should kite the big guys away, so you don't have to worry about them anymore, and just go from there. And once those 2 guys die, then the ancestors, they go away. All right, so God King's about to run into the room. He's mad at some things. He wish things were a little bit different. So he run in the room with the green blicky. I can't remember the sword, but I know it's from Dragon Soul, and I have the purple and the normal version and the LFR version of it, the blue one. All right, so we lusted. We're going in. We push the damage. He's going to do a Fell Blaze. He's going to target one person. You just go ahead and run out of the group. Once he casts Ragnarok, you want to get behind the shield. If not, you're going to take a lot of damage, and you'll die. So get behind the shield. He's doing Fell Blaze again. Make sure you're not standing in it. And then we're just pushing our damage, just pushing away. Now, whenever he's behind it, he's doing the Aegis of Agrimar. You want to make sure that you're behind the shield with him so you can do damage to him, because damage doesn't go through the shield if you're in front of it. Now, these ads that spawn, the Flame of Woe, you can DPS them, or you can go ahead and CC them and put a little bit of damage into them. But you can also kite them just depending on the damage from your group. And as you can see, we went ahead and we just went and killed it. So I have the rush on me. I have made sure that I wasn't in the group. And this is something I think it bugged. We couldn't find this shield. So we couldn't find the shield. And we all just wiped from it. So we're basically going to wipe here. And then I remember this when we wipe. What happens? Did we finish this? No, we don't finish this. I'm hopping around, standing in the fire, trying to heal myself up. And we do the rush. All right, we don't stand in that. Got a negative charge, got a tornado, trying to run through and clear as well as dodge. Everything else is on the ground. So maybe we did? Oh, okay, so we did end up clearing it. We ended up clearing it. And then we'll see later on what happened and why I'm pretty sure we did wipe again at some point. So we'll have 2.5 minutes left. And we're going to try to make the push on Odin. And then we can see, what the outcome is like. One thing I wish they did change with Hall of Valor, the RP takes so much time. And I guess it's determined by you. Like if you're doing more optimal clears, you're putting out more damage, the RP shouldn't matter. But I wish the timer did stop for the RP. But then it wouldn't make it challenging, right? All right, so we're going in. There's no Odin. He drops the sword. You don't want to be standing by it. When he shatters it, it shoots these orbs out. Now, these obliterators, they have to die. You have to kick Surge, or it does a lot of damage. As you can see here, Surge is still going on. We got 2 kicks on it, 3 kicks, and now it's dead. So that's still fine, right? Swords are still here. Shadow Spears, excuse me. Now you're going to get these brands. You want to make sure you match them up. You get to them, match them up, and then you get a buff. You turn into a Valkyrie, and it'll heal you to full. You get a damage buff, all this good stuff, right? So go in, do your damage. I don't know why I'm trying to get in like I'm melee, because I'm not. Should be moving away from the Shadow Spears. And yeah, I'm just trying to do too much, I guess. So we got another obliterator out, but no one has touched him yet. And that's where these surges are going to start to go off. And see, with us being out so far, and we having an ad run rampant, he's getting surge off, we just start dying to the surge. Too much damage is going out. I stood right into a ball and got stunned, and I got stunned again, and then I died. That was terrible positioning on me. But as the obliterator, as he keeps casting, the more and more he casts surge, the faster the cast becomes, and then it gets to the point that either you're dead from it, or you can't kick it, and then you die from it. So we had to do a better job on that with the obliterator. Now our tank is still going. I'm pretty sure I told him, hey man, just go ahead and wipe it up. We've already been in here enough. We're not going to make the timer. Surge is still going on. He kicks it. He goes back in. And I'm pretty sure Odin has to get to 80%, if I remember right. but I know at some point our tank ends up dying. We will see, and hopefully I'm not sitting through this whole part of the video and he actually clears it and I just forgot, and then you guys just sitting here watching me be dead. So he's pushing, he has him at 82%. And then this guy said the DPS is a bit low. Of course it's low because everyone's dead. No one can DPS. The tank has had the buff already, so, you know, what can you do? But DPS is a little bit low, and that is okay. We'll make sure to go through with it. The rogue was saying that he doesn't know what he's doing wrong. I'm pretty sure it was his first time playing the spec that he was playing. And it happens. I mean, it's no big deal. It's a 12. It's not like a crazy key. But I mean, I enjoyed it nonetheless. I mean, it was just one of these just late nights that we ended up doing a key, and you know, it is what it is. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just there. I'll go ahead and release, and this is where, yeah, I mount up, trying to kind of coach him through it, and then as you can see, yeah, we kill the ad and then we're good. There's nothing really we were doing like bad. We just had to make sure we killed the ad. Ad becomes priority once it comes out, and then we swap to Odin, and then, you know, rinse, repeat. So, but I'm definitely behind on gear when it comes to my guy. I mean, I'm 387. I'm not bad, but it's still, I could be doing a lot better. And the group left me, and I had to run through and die because they left me. So I didn't get cloak, and I'm gonna die. I stand there crapping. I got popped. All right, gonna get our heal. I'm back up, and we ready to rock. So I definitely got to do more keys. I don't like my damage. But looking at my damage, just thinking about it as I record this right now, it's like I have to do better. I definitely have to. I got to step my game up. Can't be out here lacking. So we don't have lust for another 2 minutes with Suggs on the pool. But we're gonna, okay, like you're saying, lust on runes. So I'm pretty sure. Hopefully I was smart enough and I saved it until then. All right, so we're going back in. Let's see if we can clean it up a little bit better this time. All right, watch out for spears. That's going to be on the ground, and it's going to pop orbs. All right, so make sure that we're pushing through. All right, so now the ad is out. So the ad is out. We want to make sure that we kill him like now. Kick the surge. Oh, Lord. I don't think I made it out of this, if I remember right. I did. If you do stand in that, you will die. You'll just die to it. But you do have ample amount of time to get out of it. Now, Lust is up in 20 seconds. And I don't know, I think as soon as Lust comes up, then I go ahead and I don't know what took me so long. Your boy doesn't know his shapes or his colors, right? So we're just waiting right now. And then once, now we Lust, okay. So I did Lust right after. We got some good procs on Lava Burst. One of our DPSs died. Now ad is out, so we're gonna go ahead and swap to the ad, hopefully. And then we got pulled in from Odin. We're running out of the group, and now we just go ahead and 280k on the ad. That was beautiful. That's how we cleared them out. That 280k was great. So spears, orbs, make sure we're dodging them. We got our buff again from the runic brand, and now I'm pretty sure with everybody back up, we're able to push, and we're pretty sure we kill Odin here. Got flame shot back up. Go back through. That's a good proc, yeah. And there we go. That's it. I'm 357k Elemental Blast. I didn't get any gear out of this one, but that's okay. But anyway, I do appreciate everyone watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below what you would want to see next, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right. Talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Peace.